Okay, so check it. This is one of the new sensors, right? Let me get close up there. You can see that. Now, this is, see, is the old, this is the old sensor. Not really old, just the one that I'm not going to use in this design. It's still very good, and I'm going to be using it in a lot of future designs. But the old spiral, and this is the hardcore heavy duty mountable design. And see, you can see this is, what's that? Oh yeah, I got rid of all of that, so now it's like, well, we'll get to this. We'll get, this isn't for today. So um, so the see, I have the sensors in here mounted, you see, so they're not encased. That's how I kept the size down, is that I mounted around them. These have a little groove in them, see. And so I've got this wired up where the cathode is on the outside edge there, melted in, right? And then the pin is melted in over here on this side, see. So this, I'm using the old glove because, that way because I had not actually tested the sensors before, right? So I just theoretically knew, hypothetically knew, intuitively knew that they were going to work. So when I touch this to here, right? Now we come over here, and you can see that line right there. Watch this. Oops, let me see. There we go. Let me make sure I'm touching it right. So let's see, am I doing this right? There we go. You can see that it's, there we go. Let's see. That should be jumping. It is jumping. It's just that the screen refreshes. But you can see the top up here? The top is 1 and this is 0. So when I'm not applying pressure, it's down here. And then when I am applying pressure, it goes up. But if you notice, see, right now I am really squeezing as hard as I can, and it will never go to 1. I designed it for that shit. That will ensure that that I can pretty much do anything that I would normally do with my hands and not fry these sensors, because the electricity has to go from this point. Let's see if I can get there we go. It has to go from this center point, and it has to travel around to the cathode, which is on this outside edge. So that is where the resistance comes in. So in this design, these little caps, these are designed in such a way that the anode wire is wrapped. Let me see if there we go. That little line there in the middle, that's where the anode wire goes. And so when it presses down, boom, straight down, and there's no chance of it touching the cathode. And as long as it won't touch the cathode, that means that they are going to be wildly more reliable, and I won't have that problem of it getting progressively shittier. That's one of the reasons I never released this project, or I haven't released it yet, because what would happen is that I make a version, it's super perfect for about 3 days, and then the sensors get progressively less precise until they start failing because the alignment is off or some other thing has shit the bed, and then I tighten it up, and I've gotten into a routine of maintenance. But I would really like that with this one, that there is no maintenance other than, and the thing is also, these little pieces that look insignificant, they're actually the most significant, because these are two different branches of tension. These little ones stretch further and easier. These stretch less, and they provide the downward, you know, onto the sensor. So that's been the main thing, is getting them to get off the sensor and then to have that downward thing onto the sensor. So that is so now I mean, I should have known as soon as I designed the first one and tested it immediately, but I don't know, I test things in my head now. It's more of a intuitive thing. Something told me that the sensor was going to work exactly how it works, and it works that way. Yay. So uh, I'm wiring things up, and hopefully the next video will be um, of me having this um, working and that kind of thing. And then maybe tomorrow or so I'll go into how I gave myself a 3D printed facelift by getting rid of well, fuck it, we might as well just do that shit now. So I got rid of, because the thing was that it was killing me. It was looking like I had like a double set of eyes in my videos, you know, and I can deal with those types of things, no problem. But it was irksome. It wasn't, you know, as I get it more into this fashion space, you know, I really do want it to look fresh. So this is the same pattern that's in the rest of the geometry. I just printed it where I printed the pieces together without the little mount pieces, because that was bugging me. It ended up looking like I had moles all over my face. That was irksome, right? I wasn't vibing on that at all. So now there's a geometric pattern, you know, and so you don't really see it until you get up close. And so I'm really digging that, you know. So I've been, you know, I've been refining it a bit, but again, you know, I got this, and I just ordered some conductive elastomer. So my modalities in regards to electrical stimulation and sensing and all of that are about to go. It's about to be some crazy shit, but that won't negate the value of these little hard sensors, because they are the precise points. So, so I'm going to, you know, I'm going to play with that. But by the time, but that'll take a couple of days to get here, and by that time, at least this one will be functioning. So that should probably be the next video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, peace.